here we go. And we are live. Lovely, lovely stuff. Okay, anybody else want to check out the old YouTube? I'll go post the link right now.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump over this.
Roger. I'm just checking it to
Have
see.
fun.
Yeah, we are live. We are definitely live.
Okay, where am I? Hold on. How the fuck do I share this link? I keep forgetting.
All right, at least it's the YouTube video. We can edit this crap out.
Yeah, when we actually get it all through. Sorry, there's multiple buttons I gotta click to get back to sharing. So, you know what? Next time somebody else will go into my channel and share it.
We're definitely live.
Okay, where am I? Hold on. How the fuck do I share this?
I'm trying to get it. Posted the YouTube video. We can edit this crap out.
Okay, there we go. It is posted. We are ready to go. Good thing we have some good editors.
Hey, buddy. All right, let's let them know.
Yeah. I did close up my Discord, so if you want to... Actually, I got my phone here. I can...
I haven't done it right now. All right, and we're ready to go.
Take it away here, the opener. Go for it, Seba.
And welcome into our RDFL game of the week. My name is Seta here in the booth with my buddy Boom. We're calling the game between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars here in Jacksonville, Florida. And it appears that the Denver Broncos have elected to receive the ball today. Boom, how do you think this game's going to go today?
You know, the Jacksonville Jaguars are real underdogs this year in this league, but they proved to be an established team week one. You know, they really pounded the ball with James Robinson. Of course, rookie Trevor Lawrence showed up in a big way in his first game. They trounced the Texans. You know, the Denver Broncos are in a bit of the same ship. Some underdogs looking out to that division.
Absolutely, and we're going to see what the Denver Broncos are made of this week early on as they are put to the test against this Jaguars defense. And on their first down, they are not able to gain much.
No, but Wilson's going to shake himself up a bit on the tackle. James Robinson's a big guy. You don't always want to be hit with him. But on the opposite side of the field, this Denver team, Melvin Gordon's got the same build. You know, he's a big power back. He can make you hurt.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon was able to establish dominance in his college days up at Wisconsin, and he's been able to carry those ways over into the NFL, as you see here, as he's able to carry the tackler for an extra yard or two and able to get them within an inch of the first down marker. Now, Boom, on the other side of the ball, do you think Denver's defense is going to be able to hang out with the explosiveness of Trevor Lawrence as he's made this seemingly seamless transition to the NFL in week after week one?
You know, the problem I think for the Broncos would be the run game today. I think off the edge, they've got great edge rushers and obviously some very established veterans in Von Miller. I think Trevor Lawrence might have a bit of a tougher time today than against the Texans, but that running game up the middle could be open all day for Jacksonville.
Absolutely. And before we were able to get to it, Teddy Bridgewater was able to hit a 13-yard drag route across the middle to get them the first down, but their current first down play does not seem to be very successful as the Jaguars defense meets them in the backfield once again for a loss of yards. It's now 2nd and 11 here.
Yeah,
It doesn't seem like they're going to be able to get this ball going on the ground at all early. I mean, trends change, but the first 2, 3 carries have been, you know, singular 1, 2 yard pushes or loss.
Teddy Bridgewater on the gun now. They're going to go back to the ground game. Melvin Gordon has some space on the outside, but Miles Jack pursuing across the field. He's going to lay another lick on Melvin Gordon. That's 2 consecutive TFLs for Miles Jack, who's really been a star on a team that doesn't really have any sort of stars to talk of. He's a young guy. He's a great middle linebacker. He can play in coverage and play in the run game very clearly. He'll be a big impact.
Yeah, absolutely. Miles Jack might be somebody you want to steer away from in the passing game in the middle, and he takes away the check down throw from Teddy Bridgewater, and Jacksonville loses another defender on that series. That's a bit of a foreboding start for them, as that's 2 players down in the first 2.5 minutes of the ball game.
Yeah, they're going to be able to punt this ball away, but their offensive drives could yield more success with multiple defensive players going down for Jacksonville, all in the front 7. Now it's Trevor Lawrence's time to take the field. He'll have his first drive. He'll start off in the gun. 2 tight ends to his right, Robinson in the backfield.
Motion the right tight end to the left side, Arnold, and they hand the ball off. Robinson up the middle, able to shake off a couple of defenders and able to get a gain of 8 yards on the first carry of the game. 2nd down and 2. We were saying this Jacksonville offense seemed extremely potent in their victory last week. I did believe they pulled away by 21 in their victory. Is there anything they can't do at this very moment? I believe they showed very, very overwhelming success in the pass game. I believe Trevor Lawrence had 400 yards last week. But their run game was quite effective as well. And it seems early that they're going to lean on it and just continue to just chunk away. 1st and 10. They hand off again.
Normally after a game of their performance in week 1, I'd be clamoring all over them, shooting them way up the power rankings, but they did play the Texans. Let's not kid ourselves here. A much tougher team to play this week in the Denver Broncos, at least defensively. That's for sure. I think this is a real first test. It's a first home game for Trevor Lawrence. Some extra pressure perhaps. I think this first half will really define what's really going on.
We definitely can't discount that victory against the Houston Texans now after that wild upset victory over the Cleveland Browns that they had this week. You did not see it yourself. I'm sure most of you have. What a way to win a game. Houston blocks a field goal with no time remaining and brings it back to the house for a 34-28 victory over the Cleveland Browns and new coach Charlie Weiss. I mean, those Texans, they showed that they could fight. They definitely showed that they could bounce back. So maybe the victory might not have been as easy of a victory as one would have expected. Maybe it's a much better team than most people think. What do you think, Boom?
Well, and there's that poise that you see in the pocket from Trevor Lawrence under pressure. He's going to stand in there unflinching. He's going to find Dan Arnold on a crucial 3rd down. Keep the chains moving.
Big throw there by Trevor Lawrence to Arnold, getting them down just outside the 21, or the 20 to the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 there for the Jaguars. They're just continuing to move the ball aggressively downfield. It doesn't seem like they're looking to really play any games here on this first drive. They really want to set the tone.
Yeah, crush them early. Maybe some real deflators in this long passing game over the middle. They've hit it a couple times. If they can sink a dagger in early with this home crowd, get some fan momentum going, it could be a tough road back for Teddy Bridgewater in that Broncos offense.
Absolutely. And I do believe that the Jaguars are actually favored by a point or 2 in this contest. So the Broncos do know that they need to play their best football in order to win this one. So they really can't let themselves get inside their head at all if they have any chance of winning this game. And that just means that if they give up the big play, they cannot just play. They need to just get back on the field and get ready to go again. The 3rd and 3 here, crucial 3rd down here for the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence drops back in the pocket, runs out to the right-hand side, looking for the pass, and he gets it to Robinson. Robinson up down to the 5-yard line. 1st and 10. 1st and goal. I apologize. Big play for the Jaguars, though. Boom. They
That's a
just continue to
big
get
first
moving.
down. Inside the red zone, a first down gives them 4 chances from the 5-yard line. They're going to hand it off to Robinson here. Great attempt. He almost stretches it out for the first. Pardon me. Almost stretches it out to that goal line, but it's going to be on the 1-yard line. Now I see them handing it right back. But they're big surprise here. Trevor Lawrence comes out in an empty set. He's got receivers all over the field. He'll have options. He's going to pull it himself. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
There we go. There's that draw from Trevor Lawrence. You don't see it often. That man can use his legs, and they are a dangerous weapon on an already dangerous quarterback. Touchdown Jaguars. They are now up 7-0 late in the first quarter. 11-play, 74-yard drive. Almost 6 minutes off the clock. That's how you move the ball. It's great time management. Explosive plays across the board.
And they were able to kill a lot of time with some runs. There was a good number of big yards gained on 1st and 2nd downs by James Robinson, and even a handoff to rookie Travis Etienne, trying to get him worked in early in the season.
Absolutely.
Now we got Bridgewater coming out under center, running back in the backfield, heading to his right. He's going to hand the ball off and met once again by the Jacksonville linebacking core. He's going to get absolutely nowhere. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, this running game just does not seem to be able to get going. Outside of that one early explosive run by Melvin Gordon for a gain of 8 yards, they're just being met at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. And if Denver has any hopes of winning this game, they either need to get this running game established now, or they need to completely abandon it and get going for the pass. Because although it is only 7-0, this could get out of hand quickly.
Bridgewater in the gun there. He's going to check down to a little hook to his left. It's going to be dropped on contact. It's going to bring up an increasingly long 3rd and 10. Bridgewater empty in the gun. 4 rushers coming. He's got plenty of time. Looks underneath to Jerry Jeudy. It's going to be complete, but not for enough yardage. They bring up 4th and 3 and an imminent punt.
Did you see his open receiver on the streak on the inside, the right slot there? Oh man, if Teddy had just looked upfield a little bit longer, he could have had an explosive play downfield there.
It's a good punt. Jamal Agnew, explosive returner, is going to call for the fair catch. Jacksonville will start the drive from their own 25. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. They've got plenty of time to get all the way down in this first half still and score another one.
Yes, they sure do. And it appears that they are going to put it on the ground, and that is a 2nd and 7 after the run from Robinson. He has played a big hand in this first quarter for the Jaguars, and I feel like he's going to be one of the top backs in the league this season. He could easily run for 1,200 yards this season if he continues to play the way he has in weeks 1 and 2. What do you think, Bill?
Oh, I don't doubt it. The Jacksonville Jaguars drafted Travis Etienne in the first round last year. But I like to see him more as a late passing down back, and they may even try to use some wildcat or put him in the slot. He's a very talented guy coming out of college. He didn't always play running back, so they can move him around plenty, make his talents most useful. But he's going to be in the backfield here. He's going to get it out wide. Only the safety to beat. He's going to beat him. Oh, and he's going to take it all the way down, just almost across the 50. Yes, he will get across the 50 to the 47. Makes one man miss in open space. And Travis Etienne with the second carry of the day is going to break it big.
Yeah, Travis Etienne with that stiff arm there on the safety. That was impressive. The young back able to bully his way through the defense after being chased down by the one man who could have caught him. And just explosive. Absolutely explosive. Great to see out of the young player.
Pressure there for Trevor Lawrence means a little throwaway out of the sack. It'll be 2nd and 10. He's going to bring it out in the gun. Etienne in the backfield. Dan Arnold as a tight end to his right. Lawrence back to pass. He's got plenty of time. He's going to heave it downfield. Shark's got to step on the receiver. He's going to catch it in the end zone. That's a Jacksonville Jaguars touchdown once again.
My goodness, look at that dive that he had laying out for that ball. The Jaguars, all right, like I said, this offense is explosive. They are a true threat this season with Urban Meyer at head coach. or I apologize, with their new head coach. But they are just a true threat across the field. Anybody can beat you.
Yeah, there's always been talent there for Jacksonville, but it always seems to go so horribly wrong. But seeing as from that week one and so far in this first and early second quarter, they're a force to be reckoned with.
Continue to be on watch with this Jacksonville Jaguars team as they look to get to 2-0 on the season with a victory here today.
Melvin Gordon going to be met once again at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get just a tiny gain. It'll bring him to 6 rushes for 10 yards on the day. It's an increasingly imposing front seven. They brought in 2 tight ends for that running play and no dice. Bridgewater will be in
No
the
dice
gun
at all.
for second down. Bridgewater, plenty of time. He's got multiple guys open. He'll go to Jerry Jeudy underneath again to make it a third and manageable. It'll be a
Good
third
read
and
though
3.
there by Teddy Bridgewater. He needs to start taking advantage of the short passing game if they want to have any hope here. They are leaving the underneath wide open in certain positions. So they just need to see the open ball.
Bridgewater under center. He's going to drop out, back to pass. He's got same underneath. It'll be Tim Patrick this time. That'll be a first down.
There we go. Like I said, take the short underneath options. You'll move the ball downfield, Denver. Keep you in this game. You're obviously overmatched at skill positions right now. You need to take advantage of time of possession and short underneath the intermediate passing game.
Gordon's going to get a play action. Bridgewater, so much time in the back pocket. He's going to send one really deep, but Herndon's going to get there. Just barely knock it away as we have a Denver Bronco down. It's going to be Noah Fant, and that's someone you just can't lose. He's a dynamic young player and a very big shootout coming up in this game, and that's not a position you want to lose.
Exactly. And not to mention, your line's already gotten beaten up. You can't lose somebody else who could potentially block for you.
Ooh. And another great safety play from Jacksonville. And that was open there on that side, but what speed by the safety to quite just barely get his hands on it and knock that away. He's going to force a 3rd and 10. That was a potential touchdown right there.
Absolutely, but that change of direction by that safety just absolutely saved the play for being a disaster play for Jacksonville.
Bridgewater
10 here.
Still in the gun. He's got so much time. He's going to hit Sutton. Cortland Sutton with his first catch of the game. It's going to be a reception of 12 yards over the middle. That's a first down.
How on earth did he fit that ball in there? That was a fantastic, albeit risky, but fantastic throw by Teddy Bridgewater.
And he's going to come out in the gun again. Let's see what he does. He's going to run a little RPO, and he's not going to get anywhere. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Teddy Bridgewater tried to take that one up the middle after faking it to Melvin Gordon. Doesn't matter who's running the ball, apparently. It's not going upfield, that's for sure.
Salute their dedication, but it is just not working at this point in the game. Maybe some play action, maybe some dedication to the passing game to free them up a little bit.
Oh, Melvin Gordon on the wheel route outside. He's going to take it all the way to the goal line. Oh, and he's going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. Unbelievable there. Teddy Bridgewater saw his running back come out of the backfield, beat the middle linebacker, and they're going to get all the way down. The score is inevitable now.
Score is most definitely inevitable. They will come away with points in one form or fashion, but they still cannot do it with the running game. Williams stopped in the backfield for a loss of a yard. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Jacksonville defense is now amped.
Yeah, they didn't quite like that big play, and they certainly showed it there. Just absolutely bowling through the offensive line. And they're going to get a tackle for loss. Actually, there's going to be back to the 2-yard line run by Williams. We'll see what Denver comes out in now. Maybe go back to a passing game. Bridgewater under center. Hand it off to Melvin Gordon. He's going to get to the line of scrimmage. He's going to get just past it, and he will break the play. A successful rushing play there by Melvin Gordon. That'll bring it back to a 1-possession game.
Yeah, that was a very, very crucial drive for the Denver Broncos here. That long pass to Melvin Gordon was probably the play of the drive. I couldn't think of anything else that could be as much of a important play all around for the team. I think that game might have been, or that play may have been able to spark them for the rest of the game if they play it right. Because that offense is clicking now.
Yeah, they've certainly kept it manageable with 4:44 left in the second quarter. Jacksonville could very well use up all the time left in this half and end with a score.
And knowing Jacksonville's offense, yeah, they can basically do what they want at this point. They can score on 2 plays, 3 plays, 1 play, or yeah, like you said, they can beat the clock as they wish. So we'll see what Jacksonville chooses to do here. Maybe they want to play take a basketball strategy, go for the try to get the second possession, the 2-for-1 possession.
Yeah, Lawrence under center on first down will hand off to Robinson. He gets a small gain at 2, but that's just chewing clock for him as Lawrence comes up for second down in the pistol. He's going to fake the handoff and he's going to give it to Robinson. He's going to be tackled in the backfield. Denver sent everybody on that play. Big send there. It'll be Bradley Chubb coming up with a big TFL. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 9 to be exact.
Yeah, that was one of the few times that Denver has been able to get in the backfield and stop the run there on Jacksonville. And it does seem like the momentum is slightly shifting in favor of the Broncos at the moment, as they seem to believe that they are in this game as well, with it being the one possession that it is. 3rd and 9 now. Lawrence in the shotgun. 2 receivers stacked to the right. Snaps the ball. Looking wide open receiver. Across the middle.
And that'll be Marvin.
About 15?
Yeah, 15 yards there for Marvin Jones Jr. He's going to take that slant all the way upfield. You know that there was a double slant from the strong side. The first slant took all those linebackers away, and it left Marvin Jones Jr. wide open to get a crucial 3rd down conversion. They could burn off more time.
Be down under 3 minutes left in the quarter. Jacksonville snaps it again, and they are met in the backfield again this time. So it seems like both teams are committing to stopping the run at this point in the game. And I think that might be the best strategy if Denver wishes to stay in the game, because with the lead, they can continue to eat time if they just wanted to run the ball. But with them being able to stop it, now they can be able to focus on the pass as well. And I think that puts Denver in a good position to have a Jacksonville offense slightly off kilter with the rookie quarterback.
Most likely the last play before the 2-minute warning. Lawrence is going to hit Etienne out of the backfield at a check down. He's going to make 2 defenders miss and get it up to the 40-yard line across half. That's going to be a big reception for the running back on Jacksonville's side. Everybody seemed to vacate deep on that play for the Denver Broncos, and Etienne was just left wide open underneath.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is just absolutely taking advantage of holds in the zone this half. Every read that he's making, he's got a receiver in a void in the defense, and Broncos do need to fix that if they have any hope of keeping themselves in this game, because they are just getting abused in that form or in that aspect of the ball game.
Lawrence in the gun again. Etienne to his right. He's going to hand it off. There's a bit of a gap up the middle, but he will be tackled. It'll be a gain of 4. It'll make it a 2nd and medium, 2nd and 6. Lawrence once again in the gun. Double bunch set. Receiver's going to motion out to the left. It's Agnew. Lawrence all sorts of time back in the pocket. He's going to hit O'Shaughnessy, other tight end, out on the out. He's going to take it above and across that first down marker to the 28-yard line and get out of bounds. It's first down with 1 minute and 28 seconds left.
Now 7 of 9 for 144 yards and a touchdown in this half, looking just as sharp as he did last week. Do you think this rookie is going to be able to sustain this type of success through all 17 games this season?
Well, I don't know. That's a big statement to make, but he certainly looks like it, doesn't he? I mean, they've just been unstoppable throughout a game and a half so far, and I wouldn't be surprised by seeing this drive end with another touchdown. as a little bubble screen there is going to be thrown for 5 yards and get out of bounds.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jacksonville still has complete control of or how the clock game is going to go if they don't continue to make plays like that as they stop the clock there on an attempted screen to the halfback. But they have all 3 timeouts, and if they want to, they can start managing the clock anytime now.
Lawrence in
I'm
the
back in.
gun. He's going to send it to the end zone. Jamal Agnew, he had it for a second, but he's going to be absolutely rocked while in the air, and it'll be dropped. It'll bring up a 4th and 5, and the field goal unit be brought up with it.
And that's a big stand for the Denver defense there. Yeah, they give up points, but no, they don't pick up a touchdown. And that'll give them some morale going into the half. Even then, they still have 1:12 on the clock and 3 timeouts. So we'll see how they decide to play the ball on offense.
And yeah, I was about to say, the most important part maybe wasn't holding them to 3 points, but was perhaps leaving themselves with just over 1 minute and 3 timeouts to work with. They could go into this half with only a 3-point deficit if they get a quick touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Broncos have proven that, they have not been able to move the ball often, but they do have the ability to be explosive with it. So let's see how aggressive they are moving the ball downfield on this possession.
Bridgewater in the gun. Gordon to his left. Looks like they're going to set up a screen here. Gordon's open. Not a lot of blockers, though. He'll cut back inside and get absolutely demolished for a gain of 9. 2nd and 1. Clock is running.
Clock is running, but Melvin Gordon made a really nice play on that ball, being able to evade 3 initial tacklers. Granted, he did get obliterated, but that was a very wonderful play.
Now, Bridgewater in the pocket. He's going to send all his receivers deep. They're covered. Checks down to Gordon, who's going to take it out of bounds and also gets a first down. 39 seconds left in the second half. Denver has all 3 timeouts. Bridgewater's going to come out first down under center. Melvin Gordon right behind him in the pistol. Bunch to the left. Here we go.
But I really don't like his time management strategy. He did waste a solid about 15, 16 seconds letting the clock run earlier in this drive. I mean, they're now under a time crunch now that they didn't need to be with those 3 timeouts.
Yeah, 35 seconds as Cortland Sutton takes a deep crossing route all the way up to the 46 in opposing territory. 1 or 2 more plays like that will be in for sure field goal range and another shot to the end zone.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll be fine if they can keep doing that. It's just, I just don't know why they put themselves in the position to be like up against the wall with the clock when you have the timeout.
Bridgewater from under center again. He's going to send it to the sideline. Jerry Jeudy on the deep out. He's going to gain a total of 13 yards and be out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a wonderful throw there. Jerry Jeudy making his quarterback look good on that one to the sideline. Teddy Bridgewater's been doing well. 10 of 14 on the day in this half.
And to be in the gun here. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He's going to drop back, and he's going to have instant pressure. He's got to throw this one all, and just a hope and a prayer it'll come up short of the deep post. And crucially, did not take the sack there. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 24 seconds left.
It's looking like they're going to be able to get points here. I mean, how many more yards do you think they need to safely send their kicker out there?
Well, you can send any kicker in today's day from 35, but it is a bit of a risk. I say another first down will do the trick, because they're going to get just that. Noah Fant all the way to the 20-yard line with a first down on a cheeky little dig route. First down from the 21.
Does your strategy go back to touchdown here?
I think so. They've still got 2 timeouts. They used 1 there to stop the clock with 18 seconds left. You have time plenty to take shots at the end zone, and now you got a fresh set of downs to do so.
I agree, Boom.
Bridgewater in the gun. He's going to have plenty of time in the pocket, strolling out to his right. Got to throw this one away, though. No receivers open. 13 seconds left. That probably took a little bit too much time than he wanted.
Yeah, I think they've got maybe 1 one, maybe two shots at the end zone now at this point. But they can't risk it at this point if they want points, period. And with the pressure they're sending on Teddy Bridgewater, he has to be careful not to get sacked here.
In the gun again. He's got a tight end to his right. It's Noah Fant. They're going to actually hand the ball off. Melvin Gordon gets upfield to the 15. They're going to take their second timeout. Try to catch him off guard there with the cheeky run.
Yeah, good call there. Gives them time to get their third down play in and maybe take a shot at the end zone from, 6 yards closer than they were. So, good call by the coach of the Denver Broncos there.
Yeah, 8 seconds left. Is time enough to take a shot? We'll see just how big that shot is. Don't want to turn the ball over, as 3 points is guaranteed at this moment. But a touchdown would be nice. Bridgewater's under center. He's going to hand the ball off again to Melvin Gordon. He's going to take it all the way up to the 5 before being tackled, and they'll call the timeout, and the field goal unit will come onto the field. Another great play there. It's an outstanding blocking by the O-line to give a giant hole for Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, it's nice to see them finally get some good running plays in as they get towards the half. They have a lot to build on going into the locker room at this point as the field goal goes through to make the lead 7 as the score going into half. Jacksonville 17, Denver 10. Maybe, what do you think we can see from Denver as a way to get back in this game and take control going into the latter stages of the game?
Well, I think they proved on that final drive that, Jacksonville can't load the box all game. They do have to back off because Teddy Bridgewater showed up in a big way in the passing in that second quarter. So that should open up the run game more, which in turn opens up your entire playbook. I think there's a good chance Denver can hang around in this game. Now it's just up to their defense to make a stop.
Yeah, that's, I think, the most crucial step for Denver is consistently getting stops. They proved they could hold them to 3 on Jacksonville's last drive of the half. But up until then, the Jaguars have been moving the ball at will up and down the field.
And they're going to do it again, first down. Travis Etienne on a counter play there will get it almost to the first down marker. Will gain 8 yards up to the 36.
Yeah, and speaking of moving the ball up and down the field, this running back tandem with Etienne and Robinson, it's just absolutely deadly. It's just, even with the both of them running as much as they are and splitting the carries at this point, you definitely see that one of them is going to rush for a substantial amount of yards this year.
Yeah, I'd say it's a lock that between those two, they could average around 100 yards on the ground a game pretty easily, as Trevor Lawrence will come out in empty on 3rd and 2. I'm going to hit Jamal Agnew on an out to the far side for a first down.
Yeah, Lawrence now sitting 9 of 13 for 156 on the game. Still doing extraordinarily well. Just does not seem like he's capable of making a bad read. I don't think he's had anything that looks like it was even remotely in the wrong so far this game.
He's been picture perfect. He's going to jump off a little jet to Jamal Agnew. He's got plenty of space to his left and will just be forced out of bounds past the first down marker. He's going to get it to the 43 in opposing territory. Lawrence in the gun for 1st and 10. He's got some time. Going to roll out to his right with pressure. He's going to throw it away. Receivers recovered. Savvy move there by Trevor Lawrence, not showing any rookie pressure. Makes a smart decision, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you beat me to it once again. Trevor Lawrence just understands that the pressure is coming. It's either make the throw now, get it away, and he did it once again, throwing the ball out of bounds. Fantastic IQ by Trevor Lawrence.
Jacksonville tries to gain some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable with a run up the middle by Etienne, but that's not going to go anywhere. 3rd and 8 will most likely bring out another empty set. And he will come out with Robinson in the backfield, but 4 wide, pardon. Dan Arnold is going to hit the seam. He'll get it past the 30 to the 29. First down, Jacksonville.
Dan Arnold's been showing out today for the Jaguars, really trying to establish a name as a really, really, really good tight end for this team. They're just moving the ball like it's nothing at this point. It's impressive. Almost frightening how efficient this offense is.
Etienne's going to take another big rush. They've been doing really well with some pulling linemen. It's not a tactic you see lots in the NFL anymore with all these zone running plays, but some power working wonders for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Get another gain of 9.
Yeah, the Jaguars are they're very excuse me. They're a very talented ball club, and seeing them execute these zone runs is definitely a sight to behold.
And after a little flat play to get them the first down, Lawrence is going to come out. Von Miller instantly sheds through. Lawrence is going to have to drive to his right. He's got a man in the end zone, but he's just going to miss him. On the run, crossbody throw. That was a tough one for Trevor Lawrence. You can't blame him for missing that one, just a little bit out of bounds.
No, you can't at all. But even then, he was putting that ball where the receiver could catch it. So even then, the football IQ is through the roof on that play.
Lawrence in the gun again. Etienne to his right. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to have Tavon Austin, I believe that is, on a quick little hot route. He's going to get it all the way up to the 8-yard line, but will be marked down just short, 3rd and inches.
Tavon Austin looked really nice on that play there. Good to see him getting some action in this ball game.
Heavy set for Lawrence. He will drop back to pass, though. He's going to hit Robinson on the bubble to his right. He'll get it down to the 3-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. That gives them 4 tries from the 3-yard line, and I really like those chances.
Yeah, I see them getting in on first or second down here. The running game just is not getting stopped. And if they don't run, I see a swing pass getting them into the end zone here.
Goal line set brought out by both teams. Trevor Lawrence in the eye. He's going to pitch it out to Etienne. He's going to find one block, get right to the goal line before being met by 2 defenders. He'll be brought down just shy, but they're going to hurry up offense, try to catch him off guard, and Denver will take a timeout to prevent the touchdown.
If that timeout comes back to bite them late in the game, that leaves them with 2 in a very, very close ball game.
Yeah, Denver came out with maybe one too many DBs the previous play, as Trevor Lawrence will not be in the backfield. It's Carlos Hyde who's going to take it up the middle on a wildcat draw. Some creativity from the Jacksonville Jaguars to put them up 23-10.
Massively drawn up play by the coach. Couldn't expect for anything less on the goal line. Confuse the defense, get in with the run up the middle.
It worked wonders. Extra point is through there. That brings the lead to 14 points, 24-10, as Lambeau will kick it off and is going to go through the end zone for a touchback. This is points. Points are a must, don't you think, for Denver on this drive?
Points are a must, and it's like the first game of the week we called last week with the Chargers and the Washington football team. It can't end in 3. It has to end in 6.
That's right. Teddy Bridgewater in the gun. Melvin Gordon's going to motion out. Left him all alone. He's got time in the pocket, though. He's going to get some pressure, but feeds Fant underneath. Good little check down route there to keep the drive moving.
If he had just looked a little further upfield, he would have had Gordon, but it would have been a tight window. Breed with Fant there. 2nd and 3 here for Bridgewater.
In the gun, 2 tight ends to his right. Judy and Sutton both on the left. He's going to drop back to pass, and he's going to get absolutely rocked by blitzing defenders there. Gets the ball away. It's going to be ruled incomplete, but it brings up a 3rd and 3 that they have to convert.
Yeah, 100%. They're looking like receiver set, tight end and running back. What a throw by Teddy Bridgewater there. Absolutely saving their game at the moment. Getting themselves a 1st and 10, 47-yard line of Jacksonville.
That Jerry Jeudy on the corner route there is hit perfectly along the sidelines. He toe taps that one to give him a new set of downs. Bridgewater in the gun again. Has some more time. Hits Jerry Jeudy in the crossing route underneath. He's going to have some space. He's going to make one man miss with the block, and he's going to get it all the way up almost into the red zone to the 23-yard line on a 5-yard in route.
We haven't seen much explosiveness like this from Denver all game today.
They might be waking up, folks. We might have ourselves an exciting finish to this ball game. Let's see how the rest of this drive goes, though.
Denver's going to bring out the fullback in this weak form. They're going to have some blocks for Melvin Gordon. He's up. It's only the safety to beat, and he will be tackled at the 7-yard line. Another big explosive run for Melvin Gordon. It seems to me that Denver gets either 10 or more on the ground or a loss.
Yeah, that's the trend that was seeing established early. They couldn't get within the holes, and now the linemen are starting to give the running back holes to hit. And yeah, there we go. There's the stop at the line. Follow up the gain of 10 plus.
You know, they just paint a picture right for us. It's almost like they're listening. Denver's going to come out here in an empty set on the 7-yard line. Bridgewater clearly looking to throw. He's got 3 to his right on the weak side, 2 to his left. He's going to look for a quick, risky stuff there. Look for the quick screenplay to the wideout. Almost broken on and picked off, but he'll end up catching it for a loss of 3 as everyone got through there. They were waiting for that.
One of those you almost want to drop as a receiver.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't get those bad stats and you save your quarterback from that type of loss there.
Completion isn't worth the negative yardage unless you're playing point per reception for fantasy today. But yeah, you might want to play some defense as the receiver there and just knock that one away. He'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line. Bridgewater in the gun. Has some time in the pocket, only 3 rushers. He's going to scramble out. Back of the end zone is Cortland Sutton, who breaks through the zone, and he's going to get a touchdown for Denver.
What a play by Teddy Bridgewater as he drops back in the pocket, looks and looks and looks, reading through his receivers, checking his reads, just to find Sutton in the back of the end zone. Nobody else was open. Sutton had to break off his route to get there. Wonderful play by Denver, getting themselves back in the game. 24-17, 35 seconds left in the third.
Now, Jamal Agnew is going to have to return this one. It doesn't reach the back of the end zone. He is dangerous. He's going to make one man miss. He's not going to get it to the 25, down at the 22. Now, Jacksonville could very well end this game with a touchdown simply by taking time away from Denver. It's a big drive for this Denver defense.
Yes, it is. They haven't shown a real ability to stop them. Granted, the past few drives, they've held them to 10 points total, but then they just continue to leave holes up the middle and allow the Jaguars to eat clock as it is. Even if they are getting stops, they're allowing 4 or 5 minute chunks every single drive. They need this to be 2 minutes off the clock or less.
Jags brought out the heavy set for a first down. Only one wide receiver. Gave him a gain of 3. There could have been a lot more yardage there, though, as the end just barely broke off his O-lineman from him and took him down as he was crossing the line of scrimmage. But if he broke that tackle, there was only the safety keeping that from being a touchdown.
It's been juking and spinning these defenders out of their shoes, so I'd almost have put money on a touchdown there, Boom.
And another heavy set there, but the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to take a timeout just to make sure everything's all right. You know, it is a crucial drive here for them. You want to make sure all your ducks are in line, especially for this mostly rookie offense.
Absolutely, and that's going to leave them both with 2 timeouts. So that really does change the dynamic of late play ball if either of these teams does go down late in the ball game.
Trevor Lawrence, play action. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to find O'Shaughnessy on the sideline. He toe drags that across. It'll be a first down.
What a fantastic acrobatic catch by O'Shaughnessy there as he toe taps, as you said, to get that first down. I thought that was about to be a throw out of bounds for Trevor Lawrence. I thought they were about to be punting the ball, Boom.
Yeah, you know, he made that throw just in the right spot. And O'Shaughnessy, a tight end who we don't talk about often, made a good catch as they go back to the running game on first down with little to no real gain.
Yeah, no, he got swarmed with line there. Multiple defenders in to make that stop. Seems like Denver's figured out how to stop the run game for the most part, but they need to do it consistently.
Yeah, if they can force them to keep getting through that air, then that could be helpful. Von Miller gets right off his block and pressures Trevor Lawrence, who's going to underthrow the check down route and make it 3rd and 9.
And Trevor Lawrence now sitting at 15 at 22 for 215 and a touchdown. Continues to just be a great decision maker again today. His stats after week 2 are going to be something to look upon and really start to take note of because he, he may be doing things that rookies have never done, and he continues to make another fantastic throw there.
Yeah, over the middle to Tavon Austin. He's made 2 crucial catches for first downs so far this game, both for 11 yards. Trevor Lawrence is going to give a play action. He's going to have some time. He's going to find another crossing route. It's Chark this time, who's going to bring it up for another first down.
And you've said it before, if they score another touchdown here, I'm almost willing to put this game as out of reach for Denver. If they could hold them to 3, what do you think? How much of a shot did they really have going into the rest of this fourth quarter?
3 gives them a chance, but they still got to hope for some lucky bounces if they make it a 2-possession game. However, a real turnover is needed here, and neither team has given up one so far.
Yeah, it's been a really clean ball game. I don't even think I've seen. Have we had a flag yet?
I don't believe so, actually, and a couple of injuries here, but no sacks to think of, no penalties, no turnovers. It's been an outstanding game with clean prototype football.
Absolutely, and you love to see it. You love to see it. That's what we want to see on Sundays. We don't want to see anybody go down. We don't want to see games decided on calls or no calls. We just like seeing some clean. And that's a touchdown right there for Trevor Lawrence.
Wow, he's going to
my
identify
goodness.
the cover, too, and just get it down the sideline. The booth will review this play as he was really close out of bounds, but it will be upheld. Wow, a streak down the sideline will be hit perfectly by Trevor Lawrence for the safety. He could get there with the extra point good. This game will be 31-17, and that might be all she wrote.
With 6:55 left, it might very well be. But Denver's back is pressed very heavily against the wall. It's boom or bust here. They need to score in the next 2 minutes of possession time. And that's not how you do it, running backwards on the kick return.
KJ Hamler
on there.
trying to find some space, but he won't find any because he'll go out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Goodness.
Bridgewater in the gun. He's got a double tight end set here. Bent to his right. Bridgewater, so much time in the pocket. He'll find Jerry Jeudy on a deep in. But we might have jinxed it here as our first flag of the day comes down, and it'll be holding against Denver and a crusher there.
Yeah, we definitely jinxed that one, as that was a humongous play for Denver. Would have been about a gain of 20 yards on that play.
It'll bring him, Teddy Bridgewater, backed up all the way to his goal line in the gun here. He's going to need good protection as he goes and slings one deep, and that was ill-advised, into triple coverage. It'll be Jenkins with the interception, and he's going to return it all the way to 30.
We thoroughly jinxed that one, boom. We said no turnovers, no flags. We had 2 and 2 plays. That's a jinx right there. I take full responsibility for that one, Denver. I apologize.
Yeah, no, that's a jinx if I ever saw it. And Robinson's going to break free, make a defender miss. He's going to get all the way down to the goal line, and you can't quite punch it in. Oh, he broke off a big one there. Big hole, big juke, big run. Takes him all the way down to the goal line on the first play.
Yeah, that would have been Robinson's biggest carry of the day so far, as he was sitting at 12 carries for 26 yards prior to that possession.
And and Jacksonville will give him the redemption he deserves if they're going to hand it off on the 1-yard line for him to walk right into the end zone and make all those fantasy managers happy.
He played drive right there. You can't ask for anything more as an offensive coordinator. capitalize on the interception more quickly.
At 38-17, and what was a competitive game, on the box score at least, now looks like a bit of a blowout, as Denver will get the ball back with 5:44 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, with the big blowout, already can be excited about the result.
Bridgewater's going to take the field again from their own 22-yard line in a double bunch set. Melvin Gordon in the backfield. Bridgewater back to pass. He's got some time in the pocket. He's going to look deep again, all the way to the sideline. Jerry Jeudy just overthrows the deep corner route. Well, he did put it in a place only Jerry Jeudy could get, but it was just an arm's length away. That would have been a big play all the way downfield. Would have brought him to about the 50.
Yeah, Denver's still being aggressive out here, which is really admirable. A lot of teams would just pack it in and just hand the ball up, try to eat clock and get out of here for another day. Denver's still showing part on offense, still showing that they can move the ball, still showing they want to move the ball. And I think that's the most important thing there.
In the gun, he's going to try to hit the crossing route, and this time it will be Foster picking off from Cortland Sutton, from a Cortland Sutton intended ball. My goodness, this box score will not reflect how the game was played, but it will reflect this fourth quarter dominance by the Jacksonville defense.
Yes, it will. Absolutely. Jacksonville coming out in this fourth quarter and just absolutely not having it. They did not like the fact that this game was close, and they wanted to put the league on notice once again that they are looking to be the top seed in this league at the AFC.
And a gain of nothing there to James Robinson. That's mostly just to burn time. They're coming again in the pistol. Etienne at the backfield now, and they will hand it off. He's got so much space up the field. He's going to just barely get to the first down marker. They might give him... No, he'll be short. It'll be 3rd and inches on the 14-yard line. He had a lot of space there.
Yes, he did. I just don't understand that this offensive line is able to separate and create these holes that they are. It's making it seem like the defenders aren't even there.
They seem to be fooling them with their blocking schemes, as Robinson's going to take it up another big gap and bowl over one defender. Will be taken down by another at the 2-yard line.
Looking at this game, we'll look at it the way we did with our first game of the week. For Denver, are there any things that they did really, really well today that they can build upon going into their week 3 matchups that they can just take away from this game so it's not a complete loss?
I think they did a better than expected job against the run today. A few big breakout runs in this fourth quarter. But up until then, they were doing an outstanding job stuffing what I thought was going to be the real game changer in this matchup.
Yeah, that was one of my keys to victory was the running game for Jacksonville. I thought if they could establish a just bust you in the face running game early, that would be their keys to victory to take the stress off of Trevor Lawrence. But yeah, like you said, up until the fourth quarter with Robinson's 30-yard game, they'd been held to, I believe, 50, 60 yards totally on the ground between, the two backs and the Lawrence. So Denver did a great job there. They did complete that key to victory, but, my other key to victory was win the turnover battle, and they just got really sloppy with the ball in the second half.
Yeah, and they'll see Travis Etienne get into the end zone here on a little swing pitch. It'll bring the score to an abysmal 45-17 if Josh Lambo kicks the extra point through the uprights, which he hasn't missed one yet. And he won't miss this one either. 45-17 Jacksonville. Denver will get the ball back another time.
Yeah, Denver, at this point, where I was admiring their tenacity and willingness to continue to go out there and fight and try to score, pack it in, coach. Just run the ball. Don't put your quarterback out there to get hit anymore. Don't risk it. Just be safe with the ball. Get out of here. Good to fight another day. Because you did a lot of things well, but I don't want to see your players get hurt here, Coach.
Yeah,
What do you think, bro?
Bridgewater has been known to get banged up a lot of times, and I don't think anybody across the NFL, especially Broncos fans, want to see Drew Lock take any more snaps than necessary.
No, absolutely.
They'll run it out here, and you know what? Maybe this will give them an opportunity to really focus on the run game. Try to find some plays that work over a lot of time for Melvin Gordon in the coming weeks. Maybe get Williams some touches.
Yeah, that would be the smart move here. And I think that's what they're trying to do right now, but they can't even get past their own line of scrimmage here. The Jaguars are just putting their final stamp on this ball game and just showing they are the better team today. Um, as for Jacksonville, is there anything they did poorly that they could look back and build on? Because let's be honest, they did not a lot of things wrong today, if
No,
anything.
if I had to be picky, I would say they had some troubles on the inside running game. You know, they got Etienne free a lot in the until the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is a different story, but up until that point, they got Etienne free a lot on some outside plays and not the big gap and some power running. But on some dives and some inside zones with James Robinson, they didn't have any success at all. He was about at 2 yards a carry, and those are some scary numbers if you really get into a shootout with a team that can fire right back, touchdown for touchdown until the game ends. You want to have a reliable running game up the middle.
Exactly. You want to be able to eat clock, and if you can't run the ball, you're not going to be able to eat clock, and you're just going to be in perpetual shootouts. Eventually, your defense won't be able to hang.
Yeah, now that being said, they certainly showed some dominance up the middle in the fourth quarter, but that might have been attributed to some garbage time. You know, we'll see in the future if they keep the middle how it was today, or if they really make a lot of success out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Jacksonville, like I continue to say, is ready to shock the league in a lot of aspects. A lot of people expected this to be a 2, 3, 4 year project, but they've come out this year and they've won more ball games at this point, counting today, than they did all last season.
Yeah,
So
that's right. You know, they did match last season with a win. Like they did. They won this year in week one, just like they did last year. But unlike last year, they didn't go winless after, as they'll take the W today. They're just running out the last plays, and unfortunately for
oh
them, an injury there on Jacksonville's O line as Carlos Hyde tries to take it up the middle to get that first down and signify the end of the game. But they'll be forced to use their injury timeout, and that's just going to prolong the bleeding.
no, that's just going to aggravate Jacksonville.
Etienne makes a
Now,
mad miss, gets up the middle for that first down, and that should be game there. 20 seconds left, and it'll run right off the clock for the rest of this one.
yeah, it's been a pleasure being in the booth again with you, Boom. Um, are there any games you're excited to be seeing next week for week 3 in the RDFL?
You know, I'm just excited every time to get in the booth. You know, it's a great opportunity to always talk with you and talk to some of the guys and really get into these games. You know, it's my favorite time of the week every time I come up in here as CJ Beathard will come out to take the knee and end the game. Jacksonville will take it 45-17. And you know what? I would look forward to seeing another Jacksonville game this year. Maybe later in the year, some big playoff implications in that one, as they could very well lead the AFC.
Yeah, no, that was a fun one indeed, though. I uh, I wasn't expecting it to get as ugly as it did at the end, but you know what? Trevor Lawrence finishes 72% completion, 269 passing yards, and 2 touchdowns. Teddy Bridgewater, 223 yards, 62 and almost 63% completions and a touchdown. You know, that was a fun one. And as you were saying earlier in the game, the box score is really not going to truly
Show how close and competitive that ball game was for a long time.
but that'll be it for the rest of for our Game of the Week stream with the RDFL. My name is Seta, and this is Boom, and we appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. We will be posting up our information for our Game of the Week, Week 3, as we will be deciding that game shortly. I hope you guys have a great rest of the night and tune in next stream. See you guys soon.